Adam Christ for MyMMAnews.com, being joined by Reece Ward ahead of Stellar Fights 45 that goes down in Harrington, Delaware. February 1st, he goes against Mick O'Brien, somebody he knows fairly well. But first and foremost, Reece.
What up, brother?
What's up, brother, man? Good to see you again.
Nice to see you too, man. How you feeling?
Always a pleasure, man. How you feeling?
I feel good. I feel real good.
Getting ready for this fight. You're riding high with motivation because you won your last fight, right? You got to take out Romar, and now you're on to the next one with Mick O'Brien. So tell me, going into this fight, anything change with training, getting ready for Mick? Like I said, you know each other a little bit?
No, nothing much different. Just literally just working my ass off. I don't think I've missed a week of training. I missed the first week after the fight, like after Romar, kind of took my week off. I really haven't missed a week since then, like just straight training, straight getting to it. I know a little bit about Mick. I think we were supposed to fight like 3-4 times before this.
A couple times.
Yeah, like the first time we were supposed to fight, he got knocked out, so he couldn't get cleared. Second time, I think I already had a fight scheduled or something like that. Like it's just been a lot. So like I've obviously seen some videos on him, seen some. But I can definitely say if there's one thing I've learned, it's not to try and just get too much in. Like I haven't watched all of his video. I haven't watched all of his fights because that's what messed me up for my Anthony Cachera fight. Like I was watching video, just watching his fights, and I walked into the fight, I'm like, all right, he's a hook-heavy puncher. Like I know his hooks were heavy. I know he could put me down. I literally sat in that fight waiting for that hook to come and waiting for the hook to come. So now it's just like, all right, whoever you put in front of me, I'll get a gist of who you are, and then we just go from there.
Is that a part of the learning process, man? Like you've been on the short end of some decisions, but you've overall your record, it doesn't speak for how well you are. Obviously, we've talked about that before. Is this one of the things that's a growing process where you're learning yourself mentally to get ready and continue to grow? Because like you said, you focused so much on video before, and now you're starting to realize the kind of fighter that you need to adapt to be.
Right.
So would you agree with that?
Yeah, it's definitely been a learning process. It's the funny thing is, I remember I was sitting one day just thinking, like, dude, I've been a late bloomer my entire life for everything. I was fucking 4'7" till I was in like 9th grade. I was chubby back then. I was just a late bloomer for everything. So now for me, it's just like I'm finally starting to hit my stride. I'm finally starting to feel that growth. I'm finally starting to just like feel. It's just kind of like it's a new level for me. That's legit just what it feels like. It's even after the Romar fight. Like, I've always had people compliment me, like, yo, you're a good fighter, yo, you look good, like, you look good in training, but lately I've just been hearing shit, like, people have been telling me, like, you just look different, you look like a better fighter, you look more confident, you just look like, I guess I'm starting to kind of look like I've actually started to figure it out, and I feel like I've started to figure myself out.
You seem a little different and more confident these days.
I do, and what was funny is after that fight, the girl I was dating at the time, like, we sat and we talked, and she was like, how do you feel? I was like, I feel good, I feel different. She was like, you feel like a winner. And I was like, yeah, like that's exactly what it is. Like to go through, like you said, like to go through my whole record and just see all of those losses and realize like a lot of those I should have won. And not.
But again, look at the names, and they have gone ahead to do some pretty good things too. So again, not for nothing, the names that you were faced, great fighters.
Right, but that's the thing. Like they're great fighters, but at the end of the day, I lost because I fucked myself.
Right.
And I think that's what makes me more upset. It's not like. To me, as much as I understand where that's coming from, to me that's a cop-out. Like, oh, well, that dude was good. Look where he's at. Look who's a champion. Like, I fought Cachera. He was ranked number 2. I fought Ben. He was ranked number 3. Like, I fought great dudes.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I still should have or could have beat them. Cachera should have and could have beat. Fucking just the other 8 or 9 losses that I have could have and should have beat. So for me, it's just, and that's where the growth is coming. Now for me, it's just like, if I'm gonna be honest, I actually just kind of just figured this out the other day. I was literally just sitting there thinking to myself, thinking about the fight, talking, and I just kind of realized I've never really felt like I deserved that win.
Really?
If that makes sense. Like I've always put in anybody will tell you, I've always put in the work. I've always been there. Everybody be like, Reece has heart, Reece has this. But for me, it's like, I would go into a fight and I would have that doubt. I would have that little voice that's just like, you sure? Like, are you sure you want to be here? Are you sure you should be here? Are you sure you know you can beat this dude? Like, I've realized, even in high school wrestling, I came in second a lot. You put me in a 16-man bracket, I'm coming in first or second. I always came in second a lot. I came in second a lot in MMA. So And then I just started to realize, like, for me, it's always been more of a mentality thing. It's never been a skill thing. Like, I know skill for skill. There have been dudes that have beat me in a fight. I've gone into a gym and sparred them and realized, like, I should have mopped the floor with you that night.
Right.
It's a mentality thing. For me, like I said, I never felt like I really deserved that, I don't know, that level, that being a winner. I never really felt like I deserved that feeling. And now it's just it's a different precipice, a different plateau, whatever you want to call it. I've just kind of hit that point where it's like, I deserve that shit.
Yeah.
Like, I deserve this shit. Like, I'm going after this shit. I'm like, even just last week, John Lyons looked at me. He was like, you ready? I was like, yeah. He was like, good, because you deserve this shit. So for me to be sitting there in my head one night and being like, you've never felt like you deserved it, you deserve it. And then to walk in and have somebody like verbally look at me and be like, you deserve that shit.
Right.
I deserve this shit. And not off of just like, I deserve it because I deserve this shit because I'm putting in the work. Like, I'm here. I'm literally, like, for me, everything right here is just about the future. It's just, I'm just coming to take heads off. I'm coming and really just show everybody that the fucking 2-8 Reece isn't the Reece that's supposed to be here. The Reece that can literally just mop all of these 25ers up, these 30 guys up. Like, I can mop all of these dudes up. Fine. Not easy, but I could get them.
Yeah.
It's just, at this point, it's just, I got this right. So I honestly just feel like I'm more of a dangerous person now, and not because of skill-wise. Like, my skills are getting better, cool. But this, like, this right here for me, the fact that I finally found that drive and finally found that point where it's like, this is mine.
Yeah.
Like, when I step in that cage, like, this is mine. Like, I'm sparring dudes, and, like, in my head at a certain point, I'm like, just get them. Like, get them. Like, just kind of start. So, I guess at the end of the day, I'm rambling now. But at the end of the day, it's just kind of like, yo, like, I deserve this shit. Like, this win is mine. These belts that are coming are mine. These names that I'm putting on my resume from now on are mine. Like, when I go pro, everything. Like, I deserve everything I put in the work for. And that's the one thing I finally learned. Like, I've put in so much work over these past 4 or 5 years of fighting. It's really just time for me to just start reaping my reward and telling myself, like, this is yours.
Right.
The only person who can ever really take it from me is me. Like, when I've stepped in that cage, everybody says the same thing about Reece. Yeah, he has a bad record, but it doesn't reflect the fighter he is. Right. So obviously we know I can fight. We obviously know I have the skills to. The Kashera fight was close. The fucking Ben Coyle fight was close until he finished. Like, all of my fights have been close. The first Romar fight was close. So we know I can fight. Now I just want to show everybody, one, I'm on a new level skill wise, and two, I'm on a new level just mentally. Like, I'm here. Like, before it was just like, hi, I'm Reece. I'm here to fight. Now it's like, hi, I'm Reece. I'm here to fuck you up. So it's just, I've kind of just reached that level. It's like, I have so much respect for Mick. Like, I respect that dude for, one, he's like me. Even with these losses, he's never been like, I'm done. Like, he always steps in the cage, and I will always respect somebody that steps in the cage. Like, even when we've messaged each other, there's been nothing but respect. But at the end of the day, I have to knock your head clean the fuck off. Because, once again, it's levels to the shit. I'm on a new level, but this game is on levels. If you look at our rankings, it's like Reece Ward, 57, Mick O'Brien, 58, Romar, 59. So I already beat Romar. So Romar's out. So it's literally 3 of us on this little fucking bottom tier because everybody else under us is like 1-0, 2-0, whatever, just fresh guys. So at this point, I beat him. I get myself out of that. It's kind of like a basement level to me. Like, I get myself out of that basement level. Then I can start fighting those guys that are up in the ranks. I can get back to the Kasheras. I can get back to whatever the dude that just beat Kashera is, because I think he may have been number 1 or something like that.
Yeah, I'm missing his name. It's on the tip of my tongue, but...
Yeah, so, like, it's time for me to start getting up to that level and fighting those dudes. Yeah. Like, it's just time for me to get there. I'm still rambling again, but it's just time for me to get there. Like, I think one of the last time Stellar had a 25 champ, it may have been Brandon, my teammate, the dude from 302. So it's just really time to just start showing Brad, like, all right, I'm gonna mop these dudes up, give me the belt. I want me and Scott to be the first ones to really just let people know that, like, 302 is the team. Like, it's not a team, it's not a good team. Like, we are the fucking team. We're the team in Delaware. We're the team that's, like, last year, you saw how much we racked up, how many belts we got, how many wins we got. So now I just want to be able to be like, here's Reece. He's here to knock your fucking head off. This is his team. We the best.
So, man,
that was a lot.
No, you're good, brother. This whole new mentality, man. It seems like if just for short, making a long story short, you never doubted the physical capabilities. It was the mental thing, and now that is pieced together, it's almost bred a new animal.
Yes, like for me, it's if you go on my Instagram, you go on my Facebook, you see me put up pictures, you see this hashtag. It's painted dog. It's African wild dog. It's like for me that's like it's kind of really fucking corny, but for me it's like that's the animal. Like for me, whenever I get kind of just like that primal feeling, whenever I get that angry feeling, that fighting feeling, that's the animal I envision. Like an African wild dog has a 97% kill rate. Like they have the highest kill rate of a land animal. Because in the way they hunt, they will hunt their prey until it's tired. They will literally chase it, nip at it, bite at it, fight it. And then when it's tired, it kills it. It comes after it. And that's just me. That's just where I feel like if you watch any fight, I've never had a problem getting tired. So for me now, since this is here, it's pressure. I'm here to pressure you. I'm here to literally like make you feel me, make you break. Like as I'm walking you down, you're just like, fuck, like he's still here. And then finally you're gonna break. And then finally, I'm gonna put you out. So that's me. That like this is my fucking resurrection. Like this is me. So now that I feel like I've gotten my head straight, it's just I feel like it's a whole new game. I just want to be able to show everybody that.
Going off what you just said, I guess that almost gives away the game plan. You're going after Mick. You're gonna wear him down, wear him down. Finally going for the kill. Correct assumption?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna grab him. I'm gonna throw. Like it doesn't matter. Like I said, I respect Mick a lot. Yeah. But I truly do feel like...
Yeah, his interview with Bob, it was nothing but respect. Yeah, you even said off camera, nothing but respect.
Yeah, nothing but respect. Like, before the fight, during the fight, after the fight, it's all respect.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I still truly do feel like I'm the better fighter. I'm the better martial artist. I feel like I have more of a game and an arsenal to show. I feel like my stand-up's going to be better. I feel like my ground game's going to be better. I feel like one thing that's really going to play a factor is the fact that I'm faster than him. I feel like my speed's going to play a big factor. I know this dude's fought at like 170 at some point. Like at some point he's fought at 170, 155, 145, 135. So he's been at every weight class north of 25 basically. So I know he's going to pack a punch. I know if he grabs me, it's probably going to be a problem to get away. But I feel like I can do that. Like I said, this is here. Like at this point, there's no like, can I beat him? Can I get away? No, like I can get away from him. I'm faster than him. I can hit him. I can submit him. I can put him away. I truly feel that way. Like that's me and that's where I'm at. So that is the game plan. I'm literally, it doesn't matter if it's 20 seconds into the fight or if it's the 15th minute. Like we're going. I'm coming for you from bell to bell to bell to bell to bell to bell. Until it's done. Whether it's the ref pulling me off, whether it's a decision, it doesn't matter. But I feel like at the end of the day, like, this one's me. Like, this one's mine. This one, it's not even just I deserve it. Like, I just feel that shit. Like, this is my fight. This is just how I feel.
Which leads me to wonder, prediction.
That one, I can't even... Mick, from what I've seen, is a tough dude. I've seen...
But he's also coming off of a long layoff.
He's coming.
And you've been fresher in the cage.
And that's fair. But if there's one thing we got to remember, I feel like the layoff will affect the skills. A layoff never, I feel like the layoff never affects your heart or your toughness.
True.
And I can definitely say if there's one thing Mick is, he's got heart and he is tough as shit. I've seen him grapple and dudes have literally, they have to put him to sleep for him to like to be submitted. Like they have to put him, my teammate just grappled him like a month and a half ago, had to put him to sleep in order to get that win. So I know he's tough. So I'm not going to be out here like, I'm knocking this motherfucker out in a minute or I'm choking him out. If it's there, I feel like, especially grappling wise, I feel like I have the skills to put him out. On the feet, I feel like I have the skills to touch him. I do want to see how tough that chin is. If it's tough, all right, then we just get a win by domination. But if it's not, we get a win by KO or going to sleep.
There it goes, man. And Reece Ward ahead of his Stellar Fights 45 bout against Mick O'Brien. I'm here at 302 BJJ, and it goes down on February 1st for Stellar Fights 45. Reece, I appreciate you taking the time, my friend.
No problem, brother.
Make sure you keep it locked to mymmanews.com for all your fight news needs and for all your live results for Stellar Fights 45.